Hey, so today here I'm going to sit down and tell you what's in my bag. To start off with, I'll go with my putters. Right now I'm putting with electron anodes. The gray one is the one that I'm using in competition. I like to have a matched pair of these two. I'm kind of a lob style putter, so I don't put a whole lot of spin or a whole lot of power behind a putt. So I really like the feel of the electron plastic. Pretty happy with the atom, but I'm looking forward to trying out the electron anode, which I hope is coming out sometime in the near future. Just like to have two to warm up with, and in case something would happen to my main thrower, I have another one that's pretty much exactly like it. Next up, I carry two driving and approach putters. I have an ion and an anode, both in the neutron plastic. I just like the grip and the feel of neutron. The anode for pretty much every putter shot is what I lean towards the most. Nice neutral stability. It'll flip up just a little bit. It'll flip up from a little bit of hyzer and pretty much track pretty straight. Or it can hold that hard hyzer line, or it can hold an anhyzer as well. So I reach for this one most often. In the ion I have in the bag just for a little bit more stability. If I want to keep the disc going left a little bit easier without having to put quite as much hyzer on the anode, I grab the ion. Next up, move to my mid-ranges. Let's see, I have a vector. This is my overstable mid-range. It's actually probably thrown the least for me, really, of any of the discs in my bag. I tend to just favor other discs a little bit more. If I'm going to throw an overstable mid-range length shot, I often like to power down a fairway driver for those kinds of shots. But I just have this in the bag for the occasional hyzer when the situation fits there. Next, I have an axis. I really like this mold. Pretty fast. Can get a little bit of left to right movement when I really throw it at full power. Or I can throw it pretty straight as well when need be. Lots of courses require that shot, and throw it quite a bit for those. And finally, I have a neutron tangent. Really like this disc for flat-footed shots. If I'm throwing, let's say I have 200, 250 left after my drive in the fairway, I prefer to throw flat-footed without a run-up, and I like to throw this with just a little bit of hyzer and let it flip up to flat. And maybe even drift a tiny bit to the right to be able to throw those straight shots. Really like that neutral stability. I'm really comfortable with it, and love the speed as well. It gets me farther than a putter, but kind of keeps that nice neutral flight. Next in the fairways, I throw two different volts. Really like the volt mold. This is going to get most of my drives that are 300 plus. I pull out the volt. I'm really comfortable with the way this disc drives. It really likes to. I tend to throw most shots, if I can, with just a little bit of hyzer and let the disc flip up. And what I like about the volt is that newer volts will flip up just a little bit, but then definitely come back without hyzering way out off to the left. And then a more beat-in or lighter weight volt, I can manipulate those to kind of hold that slight right turning line as well. So I carry two, but depending on the course and the time of year and the temperature and things like that, I have, I think, 6 or 7 that I can swap into the bag. So if I'm looking for one that's really overstable, I can find like a heavier proton, or other beat ones too, for wintertime and when it's maybe a little tougher to get a disc up to speed. So I really love the volt. And also I carry a resistor. This one's a double stamp factory misprint, but I love how flat this disc is. It takes a lot of shots away actually from my vector. I love this for short range chip shots, anytime I really need to get left, or if I have a shot where I really need to make a big S, I can start this with a lot of anhyzer and know that it's going to really finish hard to the left and get really overstable. So I really like the size of this rim, just the feel of it in the hand, and the way that it's just for sure going to fight off to the left. And last, I have my distance drivers. I really actually don't throw these very much. I tend to favor the volt quite a bit. these are some of the newer molds in my bag as well, so I'm still kind of getting the feel of them. I carry 2 photons. I'm kind of finding these are a lot like a Wraith. They have a lot of speed and a ton of distance potential, and again, thrown with a little bit of hyzer, they tend to flip up and have quite a bit of drift to the right, and they usually come back. And similar to my bolts, I'm carrying 2 right now, but I have others that I swap in from time to time. Pretty fast, help me get my max distance on a more open shot. Yeah, enjoying these so far, but still kind of getting the feel of them. And both of these are neutron, and that's kind of the disc that I feel like has the best grip and feel right now. I carry a motion, similar to a resistor, but just a little bit more distance potential. If the wind is really up or I need to throw a disc that I know is going to finish left, but still gets pretty much max distance still, I'll grab the motion. Really enjoy when I get to throw this mold, just I don't tend to throw it all the time. And last is kind of my one understable driver, an Insanity. I do really like this mold, although I don't throw it a ton. Anytime I need a disc that really works from left to right, grab the Insanity. I can also throw some max distance rollers with it. Really good disc to have in the bag. Anytime I need a disc to go right and still get a bunch of distance, I don't have much of a forehand, so I tend to grab this disc. So that's what I'm throwing right now. Also looking forward to a few of the new releases coming up, a few more of the discs, and the electron plastic I think I'll really enjoy trying out, especially the anode. That's kind of a mold that I really enjoy, so hoping to see that coming out in the near future. What's in my bag? Thanks for watching.